It's 4 a.m. What are we doing in the street? I don't want to buy fried chicken. I wish that I was gonna sleep. And I don't want to kiss you underneath that flashing sign. What's the hurry? We're not ready. We've got plenty of time. Maybe we'll get married. Maybe fall in love. Could you make me fall asleep when you're holding me? Try setting me on fire. Try setting me on fire. Try setting me on. There's someone else, but I twist all of his words and he twists mine. So I'll have to let him go. We sometimes fit, but we always lie. And he thinks we could make it work, but only when he's drunk. You think you could help me swim, but I've already sunk. So maybe you'll get married, maybe fall in love. Could you gonna fall asleep when you're not holding me? Go get set on fire, go get set on fire, go get set on. Friend, I'm a slow mover. Friend, I'm a slow girl. Trying to be kinder. Crawling in another world. But maybe one day we'll get married. Maybe fall in love. Could you make me fall asleep when you're holding me? Or try setting me on fire. 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 Try setting me on.
Hello there, friends and Pastafarians, it's me, Skitzefrenyic Mitch. Welcome to episode 1 of Define Your Terms, the brand new show we're doing here on this YouTube channel. For a number of reasons, the time has come to begin the new project, and this is it. Define Your Terms, a place, finally a place, to have the conversation. Episode 1, Design Your Terms, that's what I'm calling this episode. It has a title and everything. That's right. So, yeah, here we are. Generally, I'm doing a show in Safe Word Studios that's a totally different show than this, called Radio Show, where there's a person with me, and we just, like, you know, hang out and talk about shit. But not today. No. And not in the future either. We'll be doing this thing here, which is a totally different thing than that thing which we were doing before, which was a thing that was people having fun. This is not people having fun. This is very, very serious people doing very, very serious things. Having the conversation and learning how to debate. So that's what we're doing here. Very lofty goals, I know. And we'll go into it more later, but, you know, just want to give you a heads up what's going on here in Safe Word Studios. I look to my right here, where Josephine usually is, and I see nobody. Not even Bones wanted to be with me today, because of it's on holiday around where I live, and so all the neighborhood kids are out and about, running willy-nilly. And so Bones wants to be in the other room, staring out the window and looking at them. And so he doesn't even want to help me out with his brand new endeavor. But that's alright. So, because, you know, conversations start as sort of monologues, you know. And so that's where we're starting here. At the beginning of the conversation, here we are. At absolutely zero. And that's what episode 1's going to be. So, you know, it's good to be here. This is exactly where we want to be. We want to also sort of spend some time here in this and clear our minds of any expectations. Or maybe not clear our minds, but align expectations. Or not align, but take stock and clean out any sort of bad expectations, so we don't move forward into these conversations and these debates, as it were, with the bad intentions. We are trying to be good faith conversationalists here in the Pastafarian community, and I think others are as well. And so here's a place where we can come together and have the good conversations. Right? A lot of people are saying we need to talk to each other, and I don't think anybody knows how to do that. So, let's just assume that nobody does, and let's start over, and let's see if we can figure it out without using, like, other people's tools, right? You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to get a lot of people invited to this. We're going to do lots of homework here, both on stream and, like, off stream, and we'll get maybe David Miscavige will come by and talk to us. Maybe the Mormon guy will come by and talk to us. Maybe we can get some people from the governing body to talk to us. The Pope, maybe a couple cardinals will come by, explain their fucking bullshit. Some of the mullahs, huh? Get them to come by and have a good faith conversation about, holy fuck, you guys are evil pieces of shit, and you need to explain yourselves. And this is the place to do it, right? Because, you know, people keep talking at each other, but no one's really trying to understand each other. So we're going to develop those tools. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We are very, very far from even starting developing those tools. Because the first thing that we've got to do, like in any project that you work on in the capitalist sphere of influence, the first thing you have to do is get your branding straight, eh? And we are not there at all, right? So, that's what we're doing on this episode, is I'm going to draw a thumbnail. That's what we're going to do. For like an hour, I'm going to figure out how to do that. It says so right here in my notes. So, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. First, I got to go over all of these things here. There's so many notes because we're taking it seriously. I was listening before this to last week's shows, and they were so carefree and excited, and now everything is all like serious and grown-up-y, except for the songs that I played at the beginning, and I'm going to play one at the end. Because here's my thinking on that. Oh, hello, Meridian Heights is here. Hello, Meridian Heights. Welcome to the conversation. We are working on this list here of things that we have to do. Because I am the producer of this show. I'm like everything at the moment. Because even my dog didn't want to be here. So I'm just going down the list that I made when I understood what the fuck I wanted to do with the show. And trying to keep the show on track here. While we... this is episode 1 called Design Your Terms. It's a pun because the show's called... The whole thing, the series, is called Define Your Terms, right? But this episode is called Design Your Terms, and there's a very close design and define. And so we're going to be working on the thumbnail today. That's what we're going to do. And then maybe we'll be ruminating a little bit about sort of how to be a good faith person in a conversation. Like, how do we know if we are actually in the conversation for good faith reasons? So we'll be sort of ruminating about that, I suppose, as we think of as we do a first draft of the thumbnail. Also, another thing that we're going to be doing is smoking a lot of this weed here, an indica dominant PW. So, you know, that's also going to be happening. Also, I think there's going to be lots of swearing. If I were to guess, if I were to get my, what's it called? Expectations in order. I would expect that there's going to be words said during the conversation that I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, what very, very extreme phrases that were just said. For example, you know, when I'm talking to Christians, a lot of times I can ask a question of like, yo, would you kill your son if fucking God told you to do that in a dream? And they'll be like, well, yeah. And I want to be like, oh, God, you can't say that. And so, you know, if I can empathize with the people, because I say shit and fucking a lot, and I say some other really, really extreme phrases occasionally. And I find them to be both enjoyable and sort of communicative of my frame of mind at the moment. And so I use them quite liberally. And I can see that if people could be like, wow, it's really offensive every time, and you seem to do it with a sort of a joyousness that seems quite childish. And I would be like, oh yeah, I definitely do that. See? Like, you know, we're going to have to empathize with each other. So yeah, I don't want to speak for the people who don't like what I'm saying. So that's one of the things we're going to have to... Oh man, we're going to have to write down so many rules already. Let's not speak for others. Don't speak for others. That's already on the list. I'm going to write a list of the rules of the conversation. Don't speak for others. I think that's pretty good. Oh, look who's back. It's Bones, huh? So you came crawling back, did you? Well, come on in. Have a seat. Right here to my right, good boy, is Bones. He, of course, is named after Leonard Bones McCoy. How you doing, Bones? You're going to be my Josephine for the day, alright? Yes, good boy. You doing alright? He's sniffing and snuffling around. He's quite snuffleupagus. Oh, he definitely got out of his chair and he went and he's laid down over there. Okay, so he doesn't want to be Joe, but he does want to be in the room. It's very hard to know what you want, Bones, as you're not very good at talking. So maybe I guess the conversation right now is between me and Bones. This feels very one-way, Bones. Do you agree? I don't think I'm giving enough space for Bones to communicate. I think I'm doing a lot of talking here. So let's see what Bones has to say. Hey, Bones. Bones, come here. Good boy. Sit down. Sit down, Bones. Good boy. Stay. Speak! 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 Speak, Bones! Sit down. Good boy. Speak! Speak! Bones! Speak! Good boy. Alright, I guess he doesn't have much to say yet. He's a good boy, Bones. You've done good. Now go lay down. Oh, he doesn't want to. Is there more to say? Alright. I think what he says is he wants me to put my tongue in his ear. I think we're going to have to wait for that later. You're going to have to do that after the show, Bones. Go lay down. Go to bed. Lay down, Bones. Alright. Go to bed, Bones. Hey! He's not even listening to me anymore. Look, the conversation has already broken down. Guys, I'm pretty bad at the conversation. But I suppose that's the point, is I don't claim to be good at it. At all. I found in our lives, we have not been taught how to have the conversation. We've been taught how to not have the conversation. There's a lot of people who are very, very, very good at it. Talking and talking and talking without moving the conversation further. So, we're all novices when it comes to this space here. But all we can do is make this space, hey? And I guess sanctify it, or I don't know what to call it. Create the space. Not really safe. I wouldn't call it a safe space. A space intended for the conversation. An intended space, as it were. Do you agree, Bones? It's very difficult to have a conversation alone. So, what we can do, and what we can do, and we're going to do momentarily, is invite people to have the conversation. And we'll be doing that right now on stream. Like, I can't show it to you because of how, like, I'm going to be tweeting. Because, tweeting, of course, is the best way of communicating, as evidenced by... Well, I don't want to get too political, but, like, in our jokes, right off the bat, I don't want to put anybody off, right? So, you know, but I think there's some good jokes about Twitter to do. So I'd show it to you, but there's so much pornography on Twitter that I can't. I'll show you when we're doing the thumbnail for our show here, but I cannot show you the when we're tweeting. There's so many boobies on Twitter. They really need to get the boobies in check over there. I mean, like, Tumblr did it. They got it under control. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Twitter. Don't they want to be kid-friendly? I guess not. So I'm going to write a new thing here. What's happening? What's happening, it says. Join us. Hashtag live now. Help, if you do have any ideas for the tweet here, you can help me out with this. Otherwise, I'm just going to zone into my tweeting space where I keep all of my hashtags deep in the hind part of my brain. Deep in my hind brain. And I access it through this doorway right here. If you have watched our previous show, you would know that around now I'd be taking my prescription medications. But I can't really do that because that's not really part of the conversation, right? So now I just have this, like, calendar where I just, like, put an X when I do it. And I've got an X for today. Because when I was preparing for the show, I was like, oh, fucking prescription medication is going to be a problem. It's going to, like, we're going to have, like, addiction to prescription medication on the show. And then we're not going to do it, so we're going to have, like, this prescription medication, what's that called? It's not Fallout, it's the other thing. I don't have it, so, I never have any of these, withdrawals, so I didn't even have to memorize the word. I'm not addicted to anything that gives me withdrawals. Except for Joe! And she's still not here, guys. I keep turning and, like, being like, isn't that right, Joe? And then there's still no Joe. So, yeah. I appreciate you going through my withdrawals with me. That's very kind. Join us live now. Let's finally, hashtag finally, yeah? Finally, like Finland. Begin the conversation, It's so hard to tweet live. It's really not entertaining, is it? So don't worry about this. You can sort of fast forward through this. Let's finally hashtag begin the hashtag conversation. Right now. Right fucking now. A place. What else we got? Define your terms. Let's do that. This is the hashtag define your terms. This is the name of our show. So, let's do define some terms, though. We'll get to that later, eh? Well, we can't, eh? First, we've got to design the terms. We've got to get our shit together. Tweet idea. Join us for a good faith religious discussion, hashtag or /tag debate. Hey, I'm literally just, like, copy-pasting your shit. How does that make you feel? It's terrible, right? It's an awful thing to do. Hashtag good faith, though. Look, I'm fucking putting hashtags in it. It feels terrible. I'm even editing your shit. Join us. I'm gonna hashtag you join us as well. I'm gonna hashtag all your shit. Take it. Take it right in the hashtags. Join us for a good faith religious discussion. Hashtag debate. I'm going to put a slash tag right here. Hashtag slash tag. Alright, and then I've got to get the link to this, which is a pain in the dick. And we've got to listen to ourselves a little bit for a second. This is annoying. Alright. So, first I've got to load, and then I've got to click on it, and then I've got to pause it so we don't hear it. Wow, I've heard it. Did you hear it? Embarrassing. That sounded like me, but like, different than I sound in my brain. Boom! Tweet. Look it. Alright. And then I've got to close Twitter because of the pornography. Alright, and then I've got to close this, because why would I be watching my own stream? How vain. And also I don't want to fuck with the numbers, eh? Alright. So then, let's, I don't know how to, is there like an online GIMP, is that right? Oh, I've got to get out. Get out. I've got to, log out of all this shit. It's like, so-and-so logged on to such and such thing. Everyone's on my stuff. Oh, wait a minute. It's Jo communicating to us. She's on her lunch break. Hold on, let me communicate with her. I said that we're in the middle of the show and that we're talking about her. So that's nice. We've got some guests here. Our guest today is Jo LaRoe. She's on her lunch break, tweeting to us through communication means. I'm not going to show them to you though because of their secret communications. Trying to get underneath the NSA's gaze, the gaze of the NSA's, the NS gaze. No, I don't think that works quite as well. It's pretty good, but yeah. Alright. So, is GIMP online? No, I want to be like an online thumbnail designer. Let's just fucking call it what it is, eh? Yeah, online thumbnail maker. Design YouTube thumbnails. Pick monkey. Sounds great. What could be bad about the top fucking thing on Google? Make a thumbnail. Start a free trial. Oh, that's what it is. Do you guys want to buy a fucking Pick Monkey for me? Seriously though, if you guys buy me anything, have better taste than buying me Pick Monkey though, isn't that right? Please do check out our Amazon wishlist for the editing software, image editing software that we desire. Actually, I don't know. I haven't talked to any of the design interns recently. What is the new one? Does anybody know? Probably not us. We're too old, right? Nobody knows what the new one is. How about Canva? Free online YouTube thumbnail maker. Let's do some of that. Start designing a YouTube thumbnail. All right, let's have a look. I don't want to show you the music coming up. I don't want to spoil anything. But we are done with this, and we're over here. Click this here. All right, here we go. Is that ready? Oh, it's got to sign up. No. I don't want to sign up. Wait. Sign up with Google. Maybe's. This one, maybe. Yeah, man, this is a bad ideas. Welcome to Canva. Can you tell us what you're doing? Yeah. I think I can show you this now. Tell me if you see any pornography. I've got to close it immediately. You're here to empower your students. That's me. I'm a teacher. I'm trying to teach the world how to have the conversation. Also, I'm a student now. I'm trying to learn how to have the conversation. That's weird. So I guess I'll just do both at the same time. At the same times, man. Just like old, fucking, what's his nuts, says. What's his name from, Babylon, oh not Babylon 5. Fucking Fifth Element. Really rad. What's his name? He did a comedy special on, fucking, what's it called? And he has, you know, bulked up, and it's impossible to watch it for me. I can't watch him be so different from who he was. I watched like 10 minutes and I was like, how does that voice come out of this different body? Then I had to take a break. Alright. Oh, look at this one. YouTube tutorial thumbnail. That's what we're doing. The creative process. How to train your puppy. Let's do this one. We don't need this, thanks. Filter adjust. How to train your puppy. Oh no, remove watermarks. They're going to ask for $1. Alright, let's do it. No, I'm lying. Alright, Canva fucked us. Sorry guys, let's go find another one. Friends and Pastafarians. Canva wants $1. $1? You know how hard it is to earn $1 on the street? Fucking selling religion? It's fucking impossible. I can't. They're trying to get $1 for some fucking bullshit I can get for free. Good gracious. The world today, right? Well, you know, let's get our brand together. We've got to be good capitalists here. Dude, so Joe totally was like, hey, how are you on my lunch break? And then just started ignoring us. That's messed up. I guess she's got to, like, rush and eat. Because from what I understand, in the real world, they give you a lunch hour that is half an hour. So, that's sort of capitalism for you, right? I don't know how Orwellian that is, but it really makes me feel weird inside. And I'm not saying you should smoke weed to help. What I'm saying is, when I smoke weed, it helps me. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, today's episode of Define Your Terms with Schizophrenic Mitch, finally a place to have the conversation. Episode 1, Design Your Terms, is brought to you by Patreons. Our very kind and friendly Patreons who give us money every month because they're crazy. And they think that, you know what? This guy might just be onto something. Well, maybe that's what they think. I don't want to talk for you. I've written right down here, don't speak for others. I think this shows that we are sort of good faith conversationalists here. Let's align our chakras, as it were, on this first episode and clear our minds of pesky expectations. Because I don't know where the conversation will lead us. Hey, it's impossible to know what tomorrow will look like. And the more we confess that, the more we'll be ready to greet the new morning. Yeah, sorry about the preaching there. Sort of holdover from my other job, which I don't mean to plug too much here, but I am a Pastafarian preacher. That is my main job, and you can see me doing my important work on Friday. This is just sort of the hobby space for me. I should be doing the dishes, and vacuuming and all that stuff, but instead I like to stream out into the darkness and say, let's continue the conversation, for only at the end of the conversation can we hope to see the solutions. Is that right? I personally worship conversation as an outlet for my worship addiction, but I'm not saying that everyone who comes to the conversation must also. I'm just saying that is what brings me here. I think there are a lot of reasons for people to come to the conversation. And rule 1 is don't speak for others. Well, not rule 1. I mean, the rule that I have here. So I don't want to speak for the others for why they're coming to the conversation. I mean, that's your own kink, man. Whatever. Also, here I have Big K's very cherry cola. We'd like to thank them again for having one of my cheapest daily addictions. You know, I was looking at the some of my medications, all of my medications here are paid for by the very kind United States government. And I was looking at one of these that I take daily, and it's like over $1 a pill. So I think maybe I'm going to, like, isn't it weird that I'm so motivated by the price of this? Josephine has responded to us. Let's listen. This is so exciting. Oh, nice. Tell Chad hi. You know what? I won't. Just to fuck with her. I'm not going to tell you that she says hi. Just so that, you know, because I'm mad at her for not being here. For having a real life out there in the real world. Just to punish her. In fact, I'll tell her. I shan't. Lol, lol, lol. Isn't it fun to trick people and say things that are not true and they believe something other than reality, and then you spring it on them? No, I misled you. And now you have to realign your understanding with reality. Look at all the homework you must do now because of me. Haha. It's quite an enjoyable prank. I've been playing it all my life. I'm pretty good at it by now. I've been practicing. The world's first DR... You know, I think the thing that's fucking us up is we've got the word thumbnail in our search. We need to be a little bit more sort of straightforward with what we want. We want a free online image editor. Yes, this is what I want. What about Pixlr? Is that a good one? Free image editing online. They had like so many of our keywords. Oh shit, there's already shit, there's tons of shit in here already. That's cool. Is there anything that I can't show on stream? Look at this. Let's have a look. Here's some of our pictures from ancient times before. All of this art, of course, done by Josephine. We're going to be seeing a great change in the quality of our artwork now that I'm in charge of it. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Pastafarian Minestrone. Oh, that's a good one. Ah, look at that. Okay, so we want to make a new one, eh? Oh, that's not right. Like this. Alright, let's figure it out. Open image, no. Example, create new. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I've got to move a thing. You can't read my shit. What if I can't... That's no good. Sorry guys, I can't show you my thing because of how much information there is in the world. But I'm going to talk you through the thumbnail process, and then I'll show you what I've got after she's done with a lunch break. Let's see. Web 720, web full, full HD, 1440p. You know, I put my shit very, very small, the video, because of how, like, difficult it is to upload. But we want the thumbnail to be big, right? Alright, now we got to come up with a name. 100? It's a terrible name. We're going to have to call it DYT, because that's define your terms. Thumbnail. We'll call it DYT thumb. Let's call it November. With a purple background, of course. This purple right here. Create. It is purple. Alright, let's have a look. There it is. So then we got to put the words on it. With a text thing. Here it is. They said we should write happy birthday. Aspire to inspire before we expire. You know, that's, I think that was a gift there from Flying Spaghetti Monster. That's it's going to be our motto here. At the what's the show called? Define Your Terms. At the Define Your Terms. We're going to remember to aspire to inspire before we expire. Yeah. Finally found a focus. For real. Fuck that shit. I shan't aspire to that's bullshit. What we are gonna do is gonna be like, define your terms right here. Define your terms, bitch. Can we put bitch there? This font is called Hello People, but we're going to have to make better decisions than that. Good gracious. Is this not the hardest part of all the jobs in the world, is picking a font? Is that not right? Is that not where everybody's sort of brain melts? Is right around the time it comes to pick one of these fucking fonts here. Oi. How did all of these happen, right? Like, who's doing this? Like, is this really like, you can't, it's like Art School 101, right? Is it really like each one of these is one student going through the sort of Southern California artistics degree? Oh my god. What would we want though? What would we want it to look like at all? It's got to be like legible, right? What we want is legible. Is there one called legible? How do we know if any of these are? Maybe I should like blur my eyes and see what I can read. I can read Inder. I think. See what else we got. A lot of these are Daddy Day, though I think that I'm opposed to that just on the name. What was the other one? I gotta go back to Liberations. Shit, Inder. That's the one I want. Alright, define your terms. Nice. Look, we can turn it. Can we, like, curve it, though? Like Indiana Jones it? Can I Indiana Jones this? Is that one of the things? Background. Let's have it. Let's have the background. No, fuck the background. Outline it. Maybe later. That's weird. Now make it huge. Yeah. It's got to be really big so that people can see it. Because of how, like, that's its job, is to be seen. So, you know, I'd like it to be good at that. So, how do we move it? Okay, we just grab it. Define your terms. Oh my god, it looks so good. I don't know why I had Joe doing it all this time. I could do it. I'm pretty fucking good at this. Yeah, something like this. How do we set this to nothing? Oh, I double... No, did I? No, I didn't. No, that's not how you do it. There is no way to do it. There's no way. There is no way. Alright, there's got to be more words now. So, I need another one of these. So, goodbye. Give me another one. Add a new one. Yeah! This one's racist. We can't make this our, we can't even show this racism on YouTube. They get really upset about that. And so then we gotta be like, with, do you want to do that in like a word? Like one word? Right? like with, you know. And here it is, like here, like this. You know, like, what's Schizefrenyic Mitch? And it like spins like this. Can we animate it? The thumbnail? Is there a animated thumbnails option? Is that what this is? I think so. Liquify. Maybe that's not it. Let me know if you see that button over there. All right, but we don't want it. We don't want it with Inder. We want it. We want it to be What? It's Josephine. Oh shit! Now we've got to do the whole thing with Josephine, don't we? Because Flying Spaghetti Monster wouldn't have called it that unless we had to use it. Well, let's just use it for the whiff. No, the whiff's got to be... We'll use it soon, Josephine. Let's start first with juvenile. No. I hate all these words. It's not a word anymore, is it? It's just a bunch of weirdness. Alright, well, let's work on the next one. Add a new one. This is not... this one's my name. And the problem is... You know, as with all good names, I can't remember how to spell it. So, I've got to, like, copy it every time. Does that make me, like, a bad person? It feels like it makes me sort of, like, not a real or complete person. But I think that's kind of not my fault. I think other people made me a not real or complete person. That wasn't something I did to myself. Here we go. Look at that. It's like all of us together, like an amalgamation. Yeah. Alright. What else? What other words do we want on there? We've got to have finally a place to have the conversation. Okay, one more. Okay, guys. When I misspell the word finally, you cannot laugh at me. Alright? Place to have the conversation. You can laugh when I wrote to instead of the. You can laugh at that, but not the fucking misspellings. Finally a place to have the conversation. I mean, we gotta put caps in there, yeah? This looks better. We gotta make it look goodish, right? So yeah, the show, today's show, is doing the thumbnail for today's show. Welcome to today's show, where we're going to be making the thumbnail for this show, the one you're watching. All right. So these are the words. It doesn't. I don't like it a ton. Like the size of them. This one's got to be lots bigger, eh? Well, I say lots bigger. That's about all I can get. Maybe if we like turn it, we can smash more biggerness in it, right? We gotta get. Hold on, I gotta get some biggerness in here. Yeah. Look at this. I could put it like this and get it like super big. Alright. With a shadow, Wonders, Meridian Heights. Yeah, let's do it. Blang. I don't see a shadow. You're fucking lying to me. Opacity, color. What is the color? I can't see. Oh, there it is. Let's give it some woohoo! You know what I'm talking about? I think you do. Let's give it some vertical pos. You know? Why is that? Oh, okay, because it's the center. Oh, yeah. Give it a little bit of like... I think that looks great. Oh God, this is terrible. We need a thicker Oh, the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster of Latter-day Pirates is here. Hello, you're welcome on. We've stumbled upon our next experiment here, which is a brand new show where we have good faith conversations with people who want to get to the end of the conversation. And today what we're doing is working on our branding, because that's the number one important thing to do when you're starting a new project, is get your branding right. So, you know, we're making the thumbnail. Welcome. If you find this to be boring, I totally agree with you. Define your terms with Skitzefrenyic. Finally, a place to have a conversation. Episodes 1's too much self-reference. A fucking a self-similar fucking nightmare that never ends. The shadow is no good. It's got to be much, much closer, or our font has got to be thicker, which I think is what I want. I think that's not enough sort of like thickness, because I'm looking over here. I don't know. I guess it does look good over here where it's small. Looks fine. I mean, that part of it. The rest of it looks like fucking garbage. Hey. So, where are we going to put the with Skitzefrenyic? Fucking everything's all clusterfuck now. They've got to be thicker, these letters, I think. Much, much thicker. Is there a thickness option here? I think Josephine just is not thick enough. I think juvenile is a pretty juvenile. We want to seem like grown-ups, sort of grown-ups. Is that legible? I'll have to wait until my my shit updates. Najova. I feel like if I were to say all these words here, I could get in trouble for some sort of racism. That looks horrible. That looks worse than horrible. Is the Nunes. So let's talk about some shit on Netflix there. Though it's not. It's Will Ferrell was on SNL the other day, and he didn't do any of his classics, which is cool. He just did new shit, and it was quite a lot of fun. Quite a lot of fun. Rusoon. I'm sure this is like a racist word in somewhere, right? Rusu. It's like, ouch. Someone's going to be offended about that. Hey, look, it's the Whore of Babylon. Welcome to the show. This is a new show where I'm all alone and lonely and sad. And but taking the world a bit more seriously now, because we're having the conversation, as it were. Josephine is living a real life out there, making lots of dollar bills, and we've got to like do something worth something to society in order to start making some dollar bills. And so we've decided to make a place where the conversation can be had. That's what we're doing here. So yeah, you know. We're saying goodbye to Joe. You know, we're sort of still doing that, getting over our addiction to Josephine, and how enjoyable it was to have her during our daily radio show. And we are now working on becoming grown-ups and, you know, helping out, I guess. So, welcome to episode 1 of Define Your Terms. Episode 1, Design Your Terms, with Skitzefrenyic. Finally, a place to design the thumbnails. Now, I've put some music in this episode because I think it's not that hard to fucking edit out an opening and closing song. So I guess I'll do that. Oh, pardon me. What about that? How is it called that when it's just like exactly boring, right? That's what we were designing, is exactly nothing. And yet, they had to call it that. It's just a mismatch, I think. Oh, how did that happen? I don't think I meant to do that. Why did it switch to a different, What is going on here? Wait a minute. I think width is fucked. Somebody fucked my width. Oh, there it goes. Alright, I hate that. Hey. It does look like the young ones, though. Reminds me of that for some reason. I know, dude. We've got some serious problems here. Josephine is not in charge of the uh, um, design anymore. So now the it's going to be really bad. Serifs with sans serifs, Lamau. I'm getting shamed. I'm getting shamed with my design skills. That's fine. I fucking expected it. It is really bad. We're nowhere near it, eh? So, like, there's a lot of terms we have to come to with this sort of nightmare bunch of words we have to put in our thumbnail. This is a no, it's on brand. Yeah, thanks. That's kind. Yeah. So one of the things that I'm trying to do, and I said it the other day, is I'm trying to help the sort of street preachers talk about their hardware, so they can know what each other has, so share their technical experience with each other, so that their videos can get better. Because I watch so many of these videos and they're just a fucking GoPro on someone's chest, or like they're on the pole and the pole is just swiveling around and no one's trying to get a shot of themselves, and like nobody gives a shit about it, and the sound is terrible, and like I'm trying to get these people to give a shit about the technical part just by talking to each other about it, right? Like I'm not trying to shame them and being like, you guys suck at this. But I am trying to be like, oh, look, our friend over here knows how to do this. Let's learn from him. And it's very slow going, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it is fun to be sort of making the copies at Kinko's. Being in the punk rock part of it is still very fun. I like I like how garbagey our shit is. Like that's the thing is, Josephine was elevating us with her art to a place that we did not deserve. This is definitely where we are right here. Look at this, straight purple with white letters. No, we're gonna come to terms. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna find some colours in there that we like. Put finally a place at the top left and your name in the bottom right. Okay, let's do it. That's a good idea. Do we like copy this, or should we just like split it? Let's move this one here. And what is it that fucking what's his nut said on Brigham Young? He's like, this is the place. We could finally a place. We could say this is the place to have the conversation. So we want it to be exactly like that, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it later. This is way down the line here. Goodness gracious, this might take us like 5 or 6 episodes to get our thumbnail. To have the conversation. I think we should capitalize the A because of how it's the conversation, like it's the Bible, Okay, so we'll try to get these guys to connect sort of later. The more I see this, the more I like it. Let's make it smaller. A thin typeface might not show up in the thumbnail. I know, right? So we want the define your terms to come out really well in the thumbnail, and sort of this shit could be like shitty, right? It could be like, because this is all like the episode number. Oh shit, we gotta fucking think of a place for that, right? I didn't even think about it. So when you look at a thumbnail on YouTube, all of this real estate is totally fucked, right? Is that right? And then we've got to think of a place where we put the episode number right there. Is that right? Am I doing it right? Am I playing the game right? I think we're doing okay. Let's get it smaller. Oh, that's ridiculous. I've lost it. It's sort of taking its time. We've got to give it some time to update. It's difficult things we're asking it to do. Can I have a blue wrench thing by my name? Brigham Young. I mean, well, you can when you're we have those because what's his nuts showed up, fucking and was being super racist. So as soon as you identify a racist in chat, and then you're like, I gotta get rid of these racists. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so start accusing other people of racism. Bonk. No, you blew. I blued you. Congratulations. Alright, gotta go catch a train. See you later. See you later. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we will, this will be a long thing we're doing here. Pop in and out whenever you have a moment. And, yeah, be safe in your real life, eh? What a strange time it is to be out there in reality. Alright. Finally a place to have the conversation. Okay. Doot. Doot. And then a number. Alright. So, like that. I like that. I hate it. Like, very much. I hate it when it's like that. Yeah, well, I really don't know what you can do with that. If you can find anything to do with the wrench, that do talk about it, because I have no idea what it does or is for. It really is just sort of to threaten the racists to shut their mouths. Or these guys will fucking shut you up. I don't know if you can. I just think is a good threat. But yeah, good luck. Let me know how it works. So, you know, maybe we want to get the whole, because of how, like, you know, Skitzefrenyic, the point of it is, it's, I mean, that looks terrible though, doesn't it? I don't know, we'll have to see how terrible it looks. We'll have to give it a moment, I think. Let's, No, it looks awful. Is that right? It might look awful. It might look very, very bad. Well, let's go with it, I say. Let's pick some colours for some of these, and let's just fucking have at it. Let's make this blue. Blue and green. Yes. Yes! I'm liking it so much now. Why did the pink go away? How come this one was all like, there's a pink right there, and then when I go here, it's like, not that pink anymore? Did I do something wrong? Let's just copy this, eh? What? I don't know why it's doing that, but I don't really sort of have to know, right? Alright, let's give that a moment. It looks terrible, don't it? Oh my gosh, I think I'm going with this here. I think I'm going for I want a different color in the background, I think. Can I fuck with that still? Is one of these layers a background? I don't believe so. Is the feedback the background? That might be it. Add element, add image. Arrange. Change image canvas size? No. Man. It's hard to know how to make this color, not this color. Alright. Well, I'll catch up with chat while I give my mind a sort of refresh on that. Put to have the conversation beneath finally a place, like one sentence. So, like, move this right here. Does that look? Find your terms. It just looks terrible blazoned across like that. Let's give it. What happened to it? It totally changed its font. It's behaving very strangely. Maybe we're sort of at the limits of the capabilities of this. Look at all these colors are like blasted out. It's like you used this one already. What does this even mean? I guess, yeah. I guess we'll use lime there. It's terrible though, isn't it? They sort of have a lot in common in that they're like the same place, just a different hue, eh? So let's give it another Huey. Some Huey Deweys. No, none of these are good. Right? They're all terrible. Alright, we're just going with sort of like clear. We're giving it letting the shadow do the business. Joe's probably better at this than all of us put together. Well, I don't know. Well, now that the Horror of Babylon is gone, the Horror of Babylon did the intro to the thing, so you know, she might know all the tools. Let's work a little bit with the shadow. I'd like it to be like much fatter, you know. I don't think I can. I think it's just, yeah, something like that. Alright, so we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to save this or whatever, and then put it up and put like a number 1 right here. Oh, well, we should do that. We should do that element now. Let's do it. This is like the 5th element that we've done today. No, that's the second 5th element joke that we've done today, though, so that's cool. Number, we've got to get a font with a number. 01. Oh, there's no capital numbers, huh? Okay. That looks awful. Yes. This shit needs a shadow, eh? Do it. Why is it first? Like you mean you want a shadow of white? No. A shadow of darkness. A shadow of lack of light. Or maybe it was too blurry. No, we want the full opaque. Maybe on this guy we don't want the full opaque. I think we do though. We want it to really oh, maybe we want just an outline on this bitch. Maybe that'll help out. I think it would. I think that helps out a lot. I have to wait. Yeah, maybe we don't even need the shadow. It's weird though, because it looks like it's just the shadow of the outline. That's very strange to me. It's not what I meant for it to be. That is very bizarre. Does it look alright? Let's work on this while that figures out what it wants to be. What about red? Oh yeah, not that. Red of the background. No. What is that? What does that mean? That looks horrible. Why would you ever want that? Oops. I'm fucking everything up now. Alright, hold on. Background off. Outline off. Or do we want the outline on that as well? We definitely want the shadow on, right? Yes. We gotta pick the font first though, eh? Just going back to the Harrison because of Harrison Ford. Nothing. It's terrible. Yes, it's terrible. Are you kidding me right here? Vaganza? Vaganza? It's like Venganza. You know what I'm talking about? I think some of us know. It's a sign. It's a pretty bad sign though. Look, that looks like shit. Fuck you. I'm not going with it. If it looks like garbage, I don't have to do it. Ooh! Hey, I like this one. Hey, I like this one a lot. I'm gonna make it huge. Oh, hey Bones, how are you doing? What do you think about this one? He shook his head no. I think you don't know what you're talking about. I think it looks great, Bones. Let's do it in red. Yes! I bet that'll look so fucking good. Let's fuck with the shadow a little bit. Alright. Should we put a place for the episode name? I don't think so. I think we just switch the number there, hey? Because otherwise it's like so much fucking work. And so, you know, you can see define your terms, you can see the number 1. Oh, I can't see the number 1. It looks terrible. That's too bad. It doesn't look good at all. Maybe I've got to spin it. Maybe that's the secret. Why won't it get bigger? Do you know? Oh, I've lost the handle. I've lost a handle on this. I'm at like 100%, oh, well, 99.5 bigness. Hold on. Go all the way. No. It's too small. I mean, it looks good, but I mean, except for the one, doesn't have like. Maybe it's the red doesn't work. No, I think we're doomed from the very beginning. All right. Who's gonna have good numbers? Yuck. Ew. It's got like a disease. It's like hurt halfway through. It's like cut. It's got a gash in it. And that's not pretty at all, was it? The fucking numbers got to be really pretty. I suppose that's nice. And it can get proper big. So that's good. Blammo. There's your pertinent information that you can see from a tiny little thumbnail from half a mile away. Let's try to have a little bit of fucking order here, eh? Boom. I think we've done it. Friends, Pastafarians, it's been a successful day. No, we haven't furthered the conversation, but we have furthered the brand. And everybody knows, as soon as you serve as the brand, then you can, that's the best way to, I don't know, if they reward you, I don't know. I can't remember what everybody knows. It's like something. They keep being me all like, we can do this. If you work hard, you'll be rewarded. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, look. I worked hard on this. If you don't believe me, go watch the last fucking hour of my life. It was a nightmare. And I don't think we've been rewarded. I think it's a piece of garbage right here. Oh no, it's because I can't find the background, eh? I'll work a little bit on the background. Maybe get like a, sort of like a change in colour from here to here. You know, a gradient. It'll look good. I think we'll do better. I think we'll we have to come up with an art department, and then that will service the brand. You know, I'm trying to fucking have a conversation here. There's a lot of shit we have to do before we get to the conversation. Let's. I'm going to go check out the Twitter and see if anyone has communicated with us, shown any interest in part of the conversation. Let's have a look, shall we? It takes forever to load because of how streamy I am right now. And then we'll get the fuck out of here because, you know, an hour a day keeps the algorithm happy. I don't know. We've got to come up with new poems, eh? I don't see any notifications. I don't see anyone being like, hey, tell me where this conversation's at. I'd like to be part of it. But, yeah, so I'll be doing this now. Define your terms. Until we do the Friday show, which will be, of course, the Pastafarian worship service. And then maybe during the weekends we can get some rebel radios with fucking Josephine LaRosephine when she's not doing the work of the capitalist hate machines. Anyway, Pastafarians and friends, thank you very much for coming here. If you do have anyone who you would like to have a conversation with about some very sticky, prickly ideas, please come in here. Let's figure out how to do it. Because, you know, I'd like to be able to go to Thanksgiving and not have it be all about fucking politics and religion and passive-aggressively telling everyone that they're wrong and what's wrong with the country. I'd very much like to communicate and have these people with these really strange ideas find the words to communicate to us, so we can further our understanding and cooperation. So yeah, here's a place to do it. And until we've got people to talk to, we may as well waste our time making really, really, really bad thumbnails. It's really terrible, guys. It's like awful. I think Joe's going to cry when she sees it. Don't tell her. Don't tell her what we've done here. I'm going to delete this video. But anyway, see you tomorrow, Pastafarians! Junkie sometimes, the junkies have beautiful eyes. The doctors don't know anything. It's not right, not right. You're all tired of hearing me talk about sodomy. The doctors don't know anything. It's not right, not right. Well, my belly sure does hurt me, but it's okay. I feel damn alive. The contractions come and